Alright, hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee again. I want to do a quick introduction and overview of netacad.com, which is Cisco's Network Academy. Alright, first thing you want to do, you should have been sent an email with a username and a temporary password. You're going to click login, and I'm gonna take this off the screen since it'll show my login information, but click that link, go in here. Okay. I've got LastPass, a program that automatically logs me into a lot of sites. So okay, so it'll look just like this. All right, and then you put your email address. Usually it says screen name or email address. I just use my email address and then the password it gave you in the welcome email. All right, click login, and then once you do that, it will look just like this. Alright, so this will come up. You'll have I'm learning, that section come up. Alright, I got a bunch of different courses I teach in here. Alright, so SEC 150 SP 19 for spring 19. Click that. If you have more than one course. Alright, so what you have this column right here on the left. That goes different sections of the course. You can go to home and just if you click launch course, this brings up all the different sections and pages for the course. Alright, I usually don't do that though. Hit return to class, that'll take you back. If you're working on say module 1 for week 1, if you click launch chapter 1, alright, that launches just the chapter. Alright, you can go through that. Now see how the page numbers, that's chapter 1, section 3, subsection 1, page 4. So if I say go, now let me find a lab, like the threat identification lab. If I say do 1.3.1.6 lab threat identification, that's how you get to it. And just to show that in an overall diagram, 1316, if I go to chapter 1, 3, 1, 6. Alright, that takes you to the same page. Alright, click return to class. Alright, I usually go to modules. There's chapter 1 reading, and then a chapter 1 quiz. Each of these chapters has a quiz. Alright, all the way to chapter 8. Then you also have a final quiz down here in the course feedback. Alright, some other things that are cool to look at. Alright, chapter 1 quiz, you can click on that, go through there and actually take the quiz. Mine is a preview since I'm an instructor. Alright, take the quiz. If I say take the chapter 1 quiz in NetAcad, that's where you would take it, and then I have to manually export all those grades into Moodle. So I try to do that every Sunday night after you guys submit all your work. Alright, so if you go back, alright, there's all the chapters, and remember I'm in modules. Alright, so the labs you don't need the packet tracer application, but packet tracers you do. Okay, so if you click student resources, alright, scroll down, packet tracer resources, alright, you can download the Cisco packet tracer application. Alright, really good application. Simulates, you can set up routers, switches, configure them, even IoT devices now, and a lot of, since we're doing the security stuff, you can do a lot of the security stuff as well. Alright, so that's Cisco. You can download the Windows version right here, 64-bit or 32-bit, and then Linux. And then also they have I've never used the mobile versions, but they have those for Android and iOS. Alright. You have that Introduction to Packet Tracer course if you want to go through that real quick. But this is what Packet Tracer, once you have it installed, like say, let's look at the 2.5.2.6 Packet Tracer. What you're going to do, when you click Packet Tracer, you're going to have a little splash screen that comes up. Alright, I can see it's loading right here. maybe because I have already loaded it a couple times. Alright, so this is more or less the Packet Tracer desktop, and then you have, it does a lot of different stuff. This course, all we're going to be doing is just kind of like looking at this. You have logical, physical, like overviews of all your data. You can click on these. This is the internet, cyber criminal sniffer device. If I were to click on that, alright, that shows you the inside of this building. Alright. See, if you go back, it takes you up to the main part. Alright. Click that. That goes to another Gotham healthcare branch. It just shows you how it's set up. It's got a modem coming from the outside, wireless router, then inside that you have a switch going to a that's a server and 2 PCs. Alright, I can go back out of that. Alright, so that's the way it looks more or less. Packet Tracer does a whole bunch of cool stuff, but we're not going to use a lot of that in this course specifically. Alright, so that's the desktop, but also you have 2 windows that open up. Here is your Packet Tracer activity window. This actually has all the instructions what you're going to do. You know, step 1, access the text document on Mary's laptop. It tells you where it's at. Go through there, do whatever it tells you to do, and every time you do certain tasks, it should show your completion rate go up, hopefully. All right, so when you get to, in this case, 86 out of 86, that'll tell you for sure all your steps are correct. And you can check your results right here. All right, this is what it's grading by under assessment items. All right, don't get too wrapped up in that. Just basically close out of that. Just follow this step by step. Usually, if you make an error, you can go back in and find out and make it 86 out of 86. I will specify now, since if this is 86 out of 86, there's 14 other points from something else, usually questions. I'll tell you though, do I just want the graded activity, like a screenshot of this activity window, or do I want the questions and the Packet Tracer file or screenshot? I specify that. Usually I say screenshots of just this, displaying 86 out of 86 in this case. Alright, so if you close that down, it says, do you want to save your work, yes or no? Big thing is a screenshot. You can also save this Packet Tracer file as a PKT file to have a backup of it, but screenshots are really what I want. Alright, so I'm going to click no, it shuts that down. Alright, so back to the course. Alright, so you have that pretty much. Week 1 through 8 will just be using this Packet Tracer, or this Netacad site. Alright, I'll assign the final quiz later and all this other stuff. You do have some resources for like career and employment, things like that. But that's a quick overview, like 8-minute overview. The only other thing, discussions we don't use, grades. I'll pull the grades from this. Don't really worry about that too much. Assignments. That's just your final quiz, actually quizzes. These quizzes, they should have the number of times you can take them. Alright. Number of attempts unlimited, so if you get 50% the first time, retake it until you get 100%. That's a good way to learn. Alright. So retake that as much as possible. Just remember everything's due by 6 o'clock on the Sunday night of that specific week, so make sure everything's turned in before 6. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. I hope that makes more sense now and you can get started with your work. Thanks for watching.